deserve relationships that make you feel safe, seen, and supported, not stressed, silenced, or second guessed. Today, we are rewriting what healthy relationships look like with a little help from my favorite tool. You guys know it. It's the GRACE framework. Welcome to the Gracefully Growing Podcast, where we provide you with real talk, real growth, and real life tools to help you thrive in school and in life. I am Dr. Kemi, educator, author, speaker, and gratitude advocate, as well as mom to the most amazing 13-year-old sunshine in the world. And I'm so excited that you continue to tune in each week as we continue on this journey to explore the 5 key principles that will lead you to a fulfilling life. And what are these 5 key principles? They are gratitude, reflection, affirmation, connection, as well as empathy. So today we are getting real about something that affects everyone, relationships. And no, I'm not talking about you having a crush on somebody or a booed up kind of relationship. No, I mean all relationships, friendships, family, teachers, your teammates, and even that one friend who takes 2 days to text you back. I'm talking, for those of you teenagers who already have a job, I'm talking co-workers as well. They're included in this relationship bucket. Because let's be honest, relationships can be a whole roller coaster. 1 minute you're laughing, the next you're wondering, why did you leave me on red for 2 days? Whether it's your bestie, whether it's your crush, or your family group chat that stays on Do Not Disturb. Today, we're unpacking what healthy relationships should actually look like. Because real love and real friendships shouldn't feel like a guessing game. We're diving into what healthy relationships should actually look like because let's be honest, between the TikToks and the Instagram and the friend drama and friend group chaos and situationships, sometimes we forget what healthy even means. If you've ever wondered whether your friendship or situationships are actually healthy, this episode's for you. We're going to break down what real love and respect actually look like. No filters, no games, just grace. Let me help you spot some red flags in your relationships. So if this is your first time here, let's talk about what happens each week. I break down how to live with intention and thrive in this wild journey called life using the 5 key principles, which are grace, reflection, affirmation, connection, and empathy. That's what we do here every week. Also, I need your help. Can you help me get to 1,000 subscribers by making sure that you click that subscribe button? You've been watching, but you have not subscribed. Today is your day to subscribe. And be sure to like, leave a comment, as well as share this episode with your friends. Are you ready? Okay. I need you to go ahead and grab your journal or grab a notebook. If you do not have a journal or a notebook, open the notes app on your phone so you can take some notes. If you're looking for a great journal that will help you on your journey, I actually have the perfect journal for you. It is the Affirmation Gratitude Journal. It's written by yours truly, and it's available on Amazon. I will be sure to post the link to my Amazon store in the show notes. Let's get started. Know this: relationships shape who we are. There's no question about it. Every friendship, every family bond, every team, And even that one group chat that never stops blowing up, they all leave fingerprints on your life. Some people pour into you like sunshine. They make you laugh. They motivate you. They check on you when you go quiet for a few days. And then there are others who drain your energy faster than your phone battery at 2%. You know those ones. They're always complaining. They're always comparing. And somehow you're the one who ends up apologizing after every argument. Let me repeat this. I started off with this. It bears repeating. You deserve relationships that make you feel safe, that make you feel seen, heard, and respected. Not the kind where you have to walk on eggshells or edit yourself just to keep peace. You deserve friendships where you don't have to shrink yourself to fit in. If you have to dim your light so someone else can shine, that's not a friendship. That's emotional shade. You deserve connections that allow you to be your authentic self, the messy, growing, imperfect, beautiful version of you. Because real relationships, the healthy kind, they're not about perfection, they're about balance. Healthy relationships are the ones that you can disagree without disrespect, love without losing yourself, and communicate without fear. They're the ones that feel like mutual effort, not you constantly chasing someone's approval. Now, let's be real. Even healthy relationships take work. It's not all about the bestie bracelets and heart emojis. Sometimes it's awkward conversations. It is apologizing when you mess up and setting boundaries that protect your peace. I have some good news for you. There's a way to do all of this gracefully. And that's where my favorite tool comes in, the GRACE framework. It's not just about how you treat others, it's also about how you treat yourself in every relationship you're part of. So today, we're breaking down what it means to show up in relationships with gratitude, reflection, affirmation, connections, and empathy. My goal is that by the end of this episode, you will know how to spot healthy connections. You will know how to spot the red flags, protect your peace, and build relationships that grow you and not drain you. So now let's unpack each letter and see how it applies to the way we treat and allow others to treat us. We're going to start with grace. We're going to start with gratitude. Remember, the whole goal of gratitude is to help you focus on what's going well. So healthy relationships begin when you appreciate people for who they are and not for what they can do for you. Healthy relationships begin when you appreciate people for who they are, not for what they can do for you. That means saying thank you when someone checks in on you, or noticing the little things. Like for you, it could be your parents driving you to practice, or your friend saving you a seat at lunch. It could be your teacher giving you an extension on an assignment. So let me ask you this. You ever had a friend who's like, you didn't post me on on your birthday story, so we're done? You ever have one of those? Yeah, that's not gratitude. That's social media drama. Gratitude says, hey, I appreciate that you made time for me, even if it wasn't on Instagram. I appreciate that you called me on my birthday. I appreciate that you sent me a text on my birthday. Healthy relationships thrive on appreciation. not keeping score. In a healthy relationship, you don't keep scores. You do not. You should never, ever have to keep scores in a healthy relationship. Here's a grace tip for you. Start a people I'm grateful for note in your phone. Each week, jot down one person who made your day better and tell them. So you can literally send a quick text. Hey, I just wanted to say I appreciate you. And that one simple text, that appreciation can literally make someone's week. I do this with my friends. When I'm thinking about them, I would either right then and there send them a text or call just to check in and see how they're doing. Reflection is a tough one in relationships. Because here's the thing, before you can have healthy relationships, you have to know who you are. It's that thing called know thyself and be true to yourself. So, in reflecting, I want you to ask yourself these three questions. What do I actually need in a friend or partner? What are my deal breakers? Do I communicate or shut down when I'm upset? You cannot expect people to understand you if you don't understand you. Let me repeat that. You cannot expect people to understand you if you don't understand you. So think of a situation if you've gotten mad at somebody because you texted them and they didn't text you back. But then you pause and realize, oh, wait, they texted me last week and I didn't text them back. That's why reflection matters. It keeps you from being hypocritical and unfair. Here's what I want you to do, a grace tip for you. After every conflict or awkward moment, ask yourself, what part did I play in this situation? What could I have done differently? Not who's to blame or they did such and such. Always be self reflective. Reflection builds your own emotional maturity, and that emotional maturity will help you build trust. Affirmations are game changers. I say this every week. Affirmations aren't just for you to say to yourself in the mirror. They're not just for your mirror, they're for your relationships too. Healthy relationships require you to speak life into people. Say kind things. Celebrate wins with them. Remind your friends that they're enough, even on bad days. For example, if your friend fails a test, don't say, dang, that's tough. You want to remind them that you know that they've been working hard and that one grade doesn't define them. Affirmations create a culture of encouragement. You'll be surprised how far a simple I believe in you can go to someone who's struggling to believe in themselves. Here's another grace tip. Make it a habit to give one genuine compliment a day. It costs $0 to be kind to people, and the payback is huge. Let's talk connections. This one might come as a surprise to you, or maybe not. Healthy relationships aren't about being attached to someone at the hip. They're actually about respecting people's space. A strong connection doesn't mean you're texting somebody 24/7 or knowing every password. It means trusting each other enough for you to have lives outside of that relationship. So for those of you who are in romantic relationships, you have to trust the person you're in a relationship with. You have to respect their space. You have to respect each other's space. You have to trust each other. And it is okay for you to have lives outside of that type of relationship, that type of romantic relationship. Let's say, for example, your best friend joins another lunch table at school and you immediately feel betrayed. I want you to pause because it's not being disloyal to you. It just means they're independent of you. Because you see, true connections means we celebrate people's growth even when it doesn't revolve around us. Realize that boundaries are actually a sign of love. They say, I care about you enough to protect our peace. Here's a grace tip for you. Try saying, hey, I need a little time to myself today, but I'm still here for you. Healthy people respect that. Unhealthy ones, the one with the red flags, they guilt trip you for it. Don't fall for that trap. Let's talk about empathy. This one is actually the heartbeat of every healthy relationship. It is what turns communication into connection. Empathy is the ability to feel with people, not for them. It means putting yourself in someone else's shoes, not to work their journey, but to understand where they're coming from. It's hearing someone say, I'm not okay. And instead of jumping into a fix it mode, you say, I am here. You say, it's okay for you not to be okay. You say, it's okay. You're not going to go through this alone. That's the power of empathy. Let's say, for example, your friend says, I am so nervous about my presentation tomorrow. And you say, oh, that's nothing. I do that all the time. You'll be fine. That's dismissive and it's not helpful and it shuts your friend down. What you want to say instead is, oh, I totally get it. I get nervous too. You want to practice together or do you want us to talk through it? You see the difference? You didn't take over their story or dismiss their feelings. You stepped into their moment, side by side. That's what empathy does. It makes people feel seen, heard, and safe to be vulnerable. Now, empathy does not mean you always agree with someone. It means you care enough to understand them. So, empathy sounds like, I can tell that really upsets you. Empathy sounds like, that must have been hard. Empathy sounds like, I may not fully get it, but I understand. Or I may not fully get it, but I want to understand. It's not about having the perfect response. It's about being present with your person, with whomever you're in that relationship with. Because here's the thing, truthfully, when people open up to you, they're not always looking for solutions. And that's something that is difficult for somebody like me to deal with because I am one of those, I'm going to jump in and try to fix it for you type of person. So I'm talking to myself as well when I say all of these things. Sometimes they just need someone that won't judge them for feeling what they feel. So empathy sometimes also looks like just listening, not fixing or trying to fix, not preaching, not turning it into your story. Yeah, I told you we were going to talk about red flags versus green flags. So let's play a little game. So let me know if this is a red flag or a green flag. They only text you when they need you. Red flag. They check in just to see how you're doing. Green flag. They make you feel small in front of others. Big red flag. They hype you up and celebrate your wins. That's a green flag friendship. You are always apologizing just to keep the peace. Red flag. You can talk things out and you both take responsibility. Green flag. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Let's talk about what to do when you're handling unhealthy relationships. If you realize a relationship is toxic or one-sided, here's what I want you to do. 1, reflect. What's actually happening? Are you being drained, disrespected, or ignored? Number 2, communicate clearly. Be honest, but be kind. Hey, I noticed that I'm always the one reaching out. Can we talk about it? Set boundaries. Protect your peace. And don't you feel guilty about it. You can say something like, I need some space to focus on me. Mhm. Number 4, let go gracefully. Not every relationship is meant to last forever. That doesn't mean it wasn't valuable at the time, but sometimes we just got to let people go. Number 5, heal and grow. Use what you've learned today to build better connections next time. It's like cleaning out your closet. Some relationships are like old clothes and old shoes and old hoodies. They're comfy but full of holes. You can love them at the same time realizing it's time for you to let them go. Okay? All right, Grace family. Here's your challenge for this week. I want you to do a grace check-in. So we're going to start with gratitude. Text someone and thank them for something specific. Reflection. Write one thing you've learned about yourself in relationships. Affirmations. Say something kind to someone today. Connection. Respect a boundary, yours or someone else's. Empathy. I want you to practice listening to someone without interrupting. That's your challenge for this week. When you practice grace in your relationships, you'll attract the kind of people who reflect your energy, kind, confident, and genuine. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If this episode helped you to rethink what healthy relationships look like, share it with a friend who might need that reminder too. Remember, love shouldn't hurt. Love shouldn't drain or confuse you. It should grow you. So until next time, stay graceful and stay growing. And remember, you got this. And practicing daily empathy with yourself and others. If today's episode gave you something to think about, inspired you, or made you smile, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also download today's free resource in the show notes and join our Gracefully Growing community on social media for more tools, encouragement, and real talk. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, keep growing, and most of all, keep living with grace. I am Dr. Kemi. See you next week.